Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 10th of June 2024. Now the prices of Bitcoin and the global cryptocurrency market, guys, has definitely gone down. So we'll definitely take a deep dive into what is going on in the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Now in today's episode, guys, we do have a really important news, and they are on the verge of killing MakerDAO. And Rune Christensen, who was kind of the founder of MakerDAO, he recently had an interview with CoinDesk, and he went in and explained why he wants to go ahead and remake MakerDAO, essentially go ahead and kill DAO protocol. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this. Now look, guys, if you're relatively new in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, you should definitely check out MakerDAO, because they were one of the OGs in the world of decentralized finance. I could even state that decentralized finance owes a lot of them to MakerDAO, but looks like they want to go ahead and revamp it. So in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss what is it that he said in an interview with CoinDesk. Now look, guys, roughly around 8 months ago, he did write a blog called as the Endgame of MakerDAO, and I really am not sure if there were possibilities of MakerDAO to be working on Solana blockchain. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Now look, guys, privacy is extremely critical, isn't it? Now so far as Bitcoin is concerned, we can definitely go ahead and achieve privacy, but Stockware, which is a company historically active in the Ethereum ecosystem, they want to go ahead and implement zero knowledge proof into the Bitcoin ecosystem as well. Now what is a bit interesting, guys, to note is, if this thing is successful in the Bitcoin blockchain, they will be scaling Bitcoin to process millions of transactions per second. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now look, guys, all this thing being said, it is really critical that we truly understand blockchain trilemma problem. So we have decentralization, we have security, and we have scalability. Now at this point of time, in my opinion, guys, all of these things have to be intact without compromising on the other. Now will Stockware be able to do that? In my opinion, no, but I'll definitely go ahead and discuss what is it that they're planning to explore and how is it that they want to make Bitcoin scale using zero knowledge proof. Now guys, in today's episode, there is also some drama in the world of Arbitrum, and they have actually put forward a proposal of issuing $237 million in the Arbitrum token, and they want to go ahead and put it towards gaming. But look, guys, the voters are definitely not happy about it, so I'm going to go ahead and discuss what is it that the voters are saying, because 23.7% of the total voters did actually participate in the on-chain voting system, and they were against the proposal to use $225 million worth of ARB tokens from the Arbitrum's DAO treasury. So I'll definitely go ahead and share my opinion and thought on this. Now look, as if it is a centralized decision that is done, these are things that US Security and Exchange Commission tend to look at, and they might aggressively go after Arbitrum as well. So I'll definitely go ahead and share more information regarding this news. Now towards the end, guys, I'll go ahead and discuss a positive news in the world of Binance. Now look, guys, 2022, 2023 and 2024 has not had the best year for Binance, isn't it? This just might be a positive news in the world of Binance, and the news essentially is that Binance, they have recorded a new milestone, and they might be the first and only cryptocurrency exchange in the world to touch 200 active million users. So definitely positive news. And I'll go ahead and talk about the second most exchange and what is the difference between Binance and Bybit. Now look, guys, Binance is definitely a leader in the cryptocurrency space. Now my big question, guys, is Binance actually stronger and bigger than Bitcoin? I really am not sure, to be honest, but looking at these numbers, it just might be bigger and stronger than Bitcoin. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode. Now like we do in every Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast, we also tend to look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now both the news are absolutely positive news. Now the first news, guys, is regarding Crystal, and they are expanding the presence in Dubai, and they are bringing deeper support and market compliance capabilities for virtual asset entities in the region. Now what is really interesting to note, guys, is that the former managing director of Ripple, he is the CEO now of Crystal. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and discuss more information regarding this. Now look, guys, roughly around 2 months ago, I did have an interview with James Check, who's one of the lead on-chain analysts for Glassnodes. Now Crystal, guys, they are trying to do something similar, but rather than focusing only on Bitcoin and Ethereum, looks like they're focusing on the broader blockchain system and the entire cryptocurrency market as well. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go on and discuss their move of expanding the presence in Dubai. Now the second news, guys, is also positive news, and this is from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And WISeKey and the Hashgraph Association, guys, they have joined forces to bring secure IoT and deepen solutions to Saudi Arabia. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and share more information regarding this news. Now look guys, so far as Hashgraph Association is concerned, they be making quite a lot of partnership, particularly in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, isn't it? So I'll definitely got in touch based on this news. So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now if you look at the global cryptocurrency market guys, today it is at $2.53 trillion, and since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.24%. Now you need to understand guys that I'm looking at these numbers in the early hours of Dubai, and technically it is still Sunday in most of the Western countries. Now keeping that thing in mind, guys, the numbers are definitely not that great, but it is not that bad either as well. Now so far the total cryptocurrency market is concerned, it is at $54.42 billion, and since the last 24 hours, guys, it is marginally up by 5.44%. Now unfortunately, guys, the volume in DeFi is definitely not looking good. Today it is only at $4.82 billion, and DeFi, guys, as of today is accounting for 8.87% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now let me very quickly run through the top 5 decentralized exchanges, guys, because Uniswap's volume is at $1.17 billion. Now look, guys, I wouldn't be surprised in the next coming months, let's say 3 to 6 months down the line, the volume of Uniswap will gradually go down, and that is because SEC is aggressively going after them, isn't it? Now this might be an opportunity for, let's say, PancakeSwap, which primarily works on Binance, or maybe Radium, which primarily works on Solana blockchain, to overtake the #1 position. Let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding that. Now the second one, guys, is PancakeSwap, and its volume is $568.99 million, and the third one is Radium, and its volume is $448.21 million. Now in today's episode, guys, before we look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, what we will do is we'll take a deep dive into decentralized exchanges, and this entire week, guys, my focus will be on decentralized exchange. Now if you do have any points regarding decentralized exchange, be it like say the technical concepts, or if you do want to make any comparison with centralized exchanges, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now going back to the number of top 5 decentralized exchanges, guys, Orca is at number 4th, and its volume is $367.70 million. And finally, guys, at number 5th is Curve Finance. Its volume is $203.53 million. Now let me very quickly run through the volume of stablecoins, guys, because the volume is at $50.69 billion, and stablecoins as of today is accounting for 90.35% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And out of this $50.69 billion, Tether USDT is accounting for $43.13 billion, followed by FDUSD. Its volume is $3.68 billion. And finally, guys, at number 3rd is Circle USDC. Its volume is $3.19 billion. Now look, guys, there is a mini war going on between FDUSD and Circle USDC, isn't it? Because since the last few months, FDUSD's volume has been overtaking Circle USDC's volume, so definitely keep an eye on any news pertaining to FDUSD. Now let me very quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now Bitcoin's market cap, guys, is at $1.36 trillion, whereas Ethereum's market cap has gone down. Today it is at $441 billion. Now look, guys, I'm really curious to check when we get some information regarding the trading of spot Ethereum ETF. I'm pretty much sure, guys, because of that news, the market cap of Ethereum as well as the price of Ethereum will definitely be pumping up, isn't it? Now so far as the 24-hour trading volume is concerned, guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is at $16.28 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is less than $10 billion. It is only at $9 billion. Now just a reminder, guys, I'm looking at these numbers in the early hours of Dubai, and that is probably the reason why the trading volume is less, isn't it? As in when we move towards Monday and Tuesdays in Western countries, these numbers should definitely change. Now so far as the dominance is concerned, guys, Bitcoin's dominance is at 54.04%, whereas Ethereum's dominance is at 17.40%. Now in today's episode, guys, let me very quickly run through the market cap of the top 5 metaverse and gaming tokens. Now what you can do is, guys, you can look at these numbers via Masari.io, and there is loads of information packed in Masari.io as well. So what I tend to do is, guys, in my Crypto and Coffee Date podcast, I tend to look at information via CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, State of the DApp or DApp Radar, DeFi Llama, and Masari. So essentially it is a combination of these things, because there are certain metrics which are available, let's say, only in DeFiLlama.com, and certain metrics, let's say, so far as decentralized apps is concerned, is only available on DappRadar.com. Now so far as the top 5 metaverse and gaming tokens is concerned, guys, the number 1 is Notcoin, and its market cap is $1.89 billion. Now if I'm not mistaken, guys, Notcoin has only been in existence since 2024, isn't it? Let me know, guys, if I'm wrong regarding this. The second one, guys, is Gala, and its market cap is at $1.35 billion. Third one is Beam, and its market cap is $1.15 billion. The number 4, guys, is Axie Infinity, and it is at $1.10 billion. Now Axie Infinity, guys, during the NFT hype, definitely made quite a lot of news, isn't it? Now the number 5, guys, is Sandbox, and its market cap is less than $1 billion, guys. it is at $948 million. Now look guys, the number 6 is Decentraland, but look guys, truth be told, so far as Metaverse is concerned, there's not much activity going on in the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency protocols that are connected to Metaverses in it. So let me know your thoughts guys as to why that is. Now guys, before we look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, this entire week guys, I want to go and look at decentralized exchanges, because look guys, decentralized exchange, they're definitely the future of cryptocurrency, isn't it? So what I want to do next guys is, I'll go ahead and share an in-depth analysis on decentralized exchanges, because decentralized exchanges guys are a vital component of cryptocurrency ecosystem, because they provide a platform for users to trade digital assets without relying on a centralized authority. Now this episode guys explores the fundamental aspects of decentralized exchange in detail, followed by a comprehensive discussion on the challenges and drawbacks. Now so far as decentralized exchange is concerned guys, let me go ahead and touch base on key features of decentralized exchanges. So I want to go ahead and touch base on, let's say, decentralization itself, then I want to go ahead and touch base on anonymity and privacy, followed by security, then I want to go ahead and touch base on transparency, and finally guys, accessibility. Now so far as decentralization is concerned guys, this is where peer-to-peer trading kicks in, isn't it? And decentralized exchanges or DEX enable direct transaction between users facilitated by smart contracts, and this guys eliminates intermediaries, reducing potential points of failures and security vulnerabilities. And what makes decentralized exchanges into existence is the distributed infrastructure, and decentralized exchange or DEX operate on a decentralized or distributed network of nodes, making them more resistant to censorship and downtime compared to centralized exchanges. Now so far as anonymity and privacy is concerned guys, really important to understand that in the world of decentralized exchanges, there will technically be no KYC requirements, and many decentralized exchanges do not require users to undergo KYC processes, allowing them to trade without revealing their identities. This is particularly appealing to those who value privacy and wish to maintain anonymity. But look as if there are any protocols or services where you can go ahead and add your KYC, because let's say if some of your funds are kind of connected to AML or terrorism financing, you are in a position to go ahead and give your KYC and get your name cleared as well, isn't it? And there are quite a lot of projects and protocol that are actively working on doing that as well. Now one of the biggest features guys of decentralized exchange is privacy focused protocols, and some decentralized exchanges guys integrate privacy enhancing technologies such as ZK Snarks, that is zero knowledge succinct, non-interactive arguments of knowledge, to further protect user data and transaction details. Now so far security is concerned guys, we need to understand non-custodial nature, because users retain control over the private key and funds, reducing the risk of hacks that are associated with centralized exchanges where funds are stored in hot wallets, isn't it? And so far security is concerned guys, we truly need to understand smart contract security as well, because look, while smart contracts are generally secure, they are not infallible, and proper auditing and continuous monitoring are extremely essential to mitigate potential vulnerabilities. Now so far as transparency is concerned guys, all activities on decentralized exchanges are recorded on the blockchain, providing a transparent and verifiable history of trades, and this transparency builds trust among users, and that is one of the reasons why they often refer to as on-chain transactions. Now one of the biggest beauty of open blockchain guys is all of the source code is open source as well, and many decentralized exchanges are completely open source, allowing the community to review and contribute to the code base, further enhancing security and trust. Now look guys, roughly around 2 months ago I did have an interview with James Check, and we were discussing volumes that Glassnode gets from centralized exchanges, and he did actually state that getting information regarding the trading volume is absolutely easier when it comes to decentralized exchanges, because everything is completely open source, isn't it? And the community gets to review and contribute to the code base as well. So these are some of the benefits guys of open blockchain as well as open source. Now so far as accessibility is concerned guys, decentralized exchanges can be accessed from absolutely anywhere in the world, promoting financial inclusion, and they do that by enabling anyone with internet connection and compatible wallet to go ahead and participate in trading. And this touches base on one of the pillars of open blockchain, that is permissionless, isn't it? Because users do not need any approval to trade on decentralized exchanges, thereby aligning with the distributed ethos of open finance. Now what I want to do next guys is, I want to go ahead and touch base on some of the types of decentralized exchanges, and if you do need any consultation guys, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. So look guys, I want to go ahead and touch base on first thing, that is order book decentralized exchange. And order matchmaking guys is one of the biggest features of order book decentralized exchanges, because these platforms use an order book to match buy and sell orders similar to traditional exchanges. However, guys, the matching process is distributed and occurs completely on chain. And the example, guys, I can think of as IDEX and Serum. Now, the next point, guys, I want to touch base is EMM, that is called as Automated Market Maker. And there is a key area called as liquidity pool that kicks in, because users, guys, provide liquidity to pools and earn fees and returns, and traders are executed against these pools with prices determined by mathematical formulas. And so far as Uniswap is concerned, guys, they use constant product formula, and I can think of other automated market makers as well, that is SushiSwap and Balancer as well. Now the third point, guys, is regarding aggregators, and I'm talking about decentralized exchange aggregators. And liquidity aggregation is one of the key features, because these platforms aggregate liquidity from multiple decentralized exchanges to offer users the best possible prices and minimize slippage. And I can think of OneEdge Network that does that, and even Paraswap that does that as well. Now look, guys, all these things being said, when you talk about decentralized exchanges, there are a couple of challenges and drawbacks as well, isn't it? So what I want to do is, guys, I want to go ahead and touch base on some of the challenges and drawbacks of decentralized exchanges. Because look, guys, while decentralized exchanges offer numerous advantages, they also face several significant challenges and drawbacks. So I want to go ahead and touch base on 7 key areas. The first one is liquidity issues. The second, and probably the most important one, is user experience. The third one, guys, is speed and scalability. The fourth one is lack of advanced trading features. The fifth one, guys, is security risk. The sixth one is regulatory uncertainty. And finally, limited asset availability. Now, so far as liquidity issue is concerned, guys, many decentralized exchanges struggle with insufficient liquidity, making it difficult for users to execute large trades without significant slippage, and this can actually deter high volume traders, isn't it? And to attract liquidity, guys, decentralized exchanges offer incentives such as liquidity mining program. However, guys, liquidity incentive programs can be unsustainable in the long run if they rely heavily on token rewards. Now, guys, let's talk about user experience, because look, guys, one of the reasons why a lot of people are not using decentralized exchanges is because of the user experience, isn't it? And many of the interfaces of decentralized exchanges are less user-friendly compared to centralized exchanges. And Uniswap, guys, roughly around 9 months ago, they did do a survey and asked people why is it that people are not using decentralized exchange, and the number one thing they did actually state is the user experience. Because look, guys, whether we like it or not, new users may find it challenging to navigate the platform, manage platform, and understand the intricacies of trading off a decentralized exchange. And also, guys, users must navigate their own private keys, understand concepts such as gas fees, which can be daunting for non-technical users, isn't it? Now, the next point, guys, is regarding scalability and speed. Now, look, guys, blockchain currently do have limitations, and the performance of decentralized exchange is tied to the underlying of blockchain technology. For example, guys, Ethereum-based decentralized exchange can suffer from network congestion, leading to slow transaction times and high gas fees during peak periods as well. Now, there is one solution after the other to go ahead and tackle these things, isn't it? But the blockchain limitations still exist. Now, there are layer 2 solutions, guys, but layer 2 solutions and other scaling technologies are still being developed to address these issues, but widespread adoption is still in progress. And so far as layer 2 is concerned, guys, this goes back to point number 2, that is user experiences, and it is definitely not something for an average individual to go ahead and use it on a day-to-day basis. Now, the fourth point, guys, is regarding lack of advanced trading features. Now, many decentralized exchanges, guys, even till date, lack features such as margin trading, lending, and borrowing, which are available on centralized exchanges, and this can actually limit the appeal to professional traders who rely on these advanced tools. Now, look, guys, implementing these features in a distributed or decentralized manner is extremely complex and does require significant innovation and development. So hopefully, guys, in a decade or two, we might be able to have more advanced trading features. Now, so far security risk is concerned, guys, look, while decentralized exchanges are generally more secure than centralized exchanges, they are not immutable to risk, and bugs and vulnerabilities in smart contracts can be exploited, leading to significant financial losses as well. And what is a bit crazy, guys, is that the responsibility of managing private keys still lies with the users in it, and losing access to private keys means losing access to your entire funds with absolutely no recourse or recovery. Now, the sixth point, guys, I want to touch base is regarding regulatory uncertainty. And as we are speaking, guys, the regulatory landscape for decentralized exchange is still evolving, isn't it? And the lack of clear regulations can pose risk for both platforms and the users, as future regulatory actions could impact operations. And so far as compliance challenges concerned, guys, ensuring compliance with existing and future regulations without compromising the decentralized nature of platform is still a significant challenge for decentralized exchanges. Now, the seventh and the final point I want to touch base, guys, is regarding limited asset availability. And some decentralized exchanges, guys, may offer a limited selection of assets compared to centralized exchanges, and this can restrict users from accessing a diverse range of trading pairs and investment opportunities, while decentralized exchanges, guys, are currently working on enabling cross-chain trading. Interoperability still remains a technical challenge that needs to be addressed. Now look, so far as interoperability is concerned, we still need to go and tackle this issue, isn't it? So look, so overall, when you talk about decentralized exchanges, they definitely represent a significant advancement in the cryptocurrency space. They provide users with greater control, security and privacy. However, they also face considerable challenges that must be overcome to achieve widespread adoption, and improving liquidity, enhancing user experience, addressing scalability issues, and navigating regulatory landscapes are extremely crucial for the future growth of decentralized exchanges. And what I feel, guys, is as the technology continues to evolve, decentralized exchanges have the potential to play an increasing important role in the financial ecosystem, and they will be able to democratize access to financial services and enable users worldwide. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding decentralized exchanges, and if you're someone who's working on decentralized exchange, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now, guys, let's go ahead and discuss the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. Now, the price of Bitcoin, guys, right now is $69,351. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.01%. Since the last 7 days, it is up by 0.30%. Now look, guys, on the 12th of this month, Federal Chair Jerome Powell will be making a decision whether to go ahead and increase the interest rate hike, keep it the same, or reduce it. And what is going to happen is, this announcement will be done at 10 p.m. Gulf Standard Time. So in the episode that I released on the 13th, I'll go ahead and discuss what the announcement is. Now post the announcement, guys, the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance BNB coin will definitely be shaken. Now I'm really curious to check if the Ethereum spot trading kicks in during that time as well, because a combination of both the news, guys, will definitely trigger the price of Ethereum. So definitely keep an eye on the FOMC meeting. I'll definitely go ahead and discuss this, guys, in my Crypto and Coffee Day podcast. Now, so far as the price of Ethereum is concerned, guys, it is at $3,670, and since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.52%. But since the last 7 days, it is up by 3.84%. Binance BNB coin, guys, is at $643. Since the last 24 hours, it is down by 5.42%. Since the last 7 days, it is up by 1.68%. Now in today's episode, guys, I want to go ahead and discuss a very important news, and this is to do with MakerDAO and Rune Christensen, guys, who is the founder of MakerDAO. He did have an interview with CoinDesk, and essentially, guys, he wants to go ahead and remake MakerDAO. So what I want to do is, guys, I want to go ahead and discuss what is it that was said in an interview, because he wants to remake MakerDAO and kill DAI essentially. So what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, go to CoinDesk and you can read through the interview yourself as well, because in a detailed interview, guys, MakerDAO's founder, that is Rune Christensen, discussed the motivations behind his ambitious Endgame proposal, which aims to transform MakerDAO and replace the stablecoin DAI. And roughly around 3 weeks ago, guys, I read it and discussed there are 2 new stablecoins that he's working upon. Now regarding this interview, guys, despite DAI's success, Christensen felt the project was on the brink of collapse and needed a rescue plan, and that is where the Endgame proposal kicks in. And the Endgame proposal, guys, includes releasing a new stablecoin, generating revenue through new channels, and creating subDAOs for limitless business opportunities. So let me go ahead and touch base some of the key points from the interview, because he's discussing decentralization philosophy. He's talking about the core values and origins of MakerDAO. He's also got and discussed endgame goals. He talked about governance complexity. He also talks about venture capital opposition. He also discusses adapting to market needs. And guys, he also discussed the future of MakerDAO. And finally, guys, he also talked about some of the challenges and aspirations. Now, so far as decentralization's philosophy is concerned, guys, Rune Christensen distinguishes between decentralization as a tool for resilience as an end goal, and he emphasizes the importance of useful products that leverage decentralization for features and resilience. Now, so far as core values and origins is concerned, guys, MakerDAO's aim to create something useful, leading to the development of DAI, which is a stablecoin that has significantly impacted the blockchain industry, isn't it? Now look, guys, people in the DeFi space often call MakerDAO as a boomer DAO, but look, guys, MakerDAO was probably the project that kickstarted the whole DeFi movement in my opinion. Now regarding the endgame goals, guys, the Endgame Proposal by Rune Christensen focuses on growth and resilience, aiming to create a system that becomes more robust as it expands. And there are subDAOs as well, guys, which will handle complexity and innovation, thereby enabling the core system to remain stable and immutable. And so far as governance complexity is concerned, guys, Rune Christensen believes that MakerDAO's governance is under-engineered, leading to a political challenge, and he advocates for a transparent framework to manage governance effectively. Now, so far as opposition is concerned, guys, according to Rune Christensen, some venture capital oppose the Endgame proposal, viewing it as a desperate move. However, new investors who support Endgame have since bought the MKR tokens as well. Now look, guys, unfortunately, I hate saying this, when you talk about MakerDAO, since the last 3 years, I'm definitely not seeing any news regarding MakerDAO or DAI, but look, it is definitely a very cool project. So what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, go to Unchained Podcast, and Rune Christensen did have an interview with Laura Schenk, and they went ahead and discussed what is MakerDAO's DAI, and then try to compare what the changes they have done. Now look, guys, a lot of the DeFi protocols have definitely taken bits and pieces from them, and then they have expanded this in it. Now in the interview, guys, he also talked about adapting to market needs, and according to Rune Christensen, guys, subDAOs is adapting to market needs, and subDAOs, guys, will allow MakerDAO to make targeted bets on new communities and innovation, and they are designed to fail without affecting the entire ecosystem. Now, so far as the future of MakerDAO is concerned, the endgame proposal includes rebranding and introducing new tokens to attract users. Yield farming will be a key feature to drive growth and adoption. All this thing being said, guys, there are a couple of challenges as well, and Rune Christensen acknowledged the difficulties in blockchain gaming and the importance of focusing on useful, resilient products. He also highlighted the need for privacy solutions that do not disproportionately benefit criminals. Now look, as overall in the interview, Rune Christensen definitely seems optimistic about MakerDAO's future, and he's emphasized the need for continuous adoption and user-focused innovation, and the endgame proposal represents a significant shift in strategy to ensure the long-term success and resilience of the Maker ecosystem. So let's see, guys, what the future of MakerDAO is. But look, guys, is this a centralized decision making being done by him and by the team? I definitely do think so. That goes against the very ethos of distributed or decentralization consensus, isn't it? So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding this. Now, guys, let's go ahead and discuss Bitcoin in the world of zero knowledge proof. And Starkware, guys, a company historically active in the Ethereum ecosystem, has announced plans to start committing significant resources to new Bitcoin scaling opportunities that have emerged over the past few months. Now, Starkware, guys, they plan to explore Bitcoin scaling using zero knowledge proof with the Opcat soft fork proposal, and this will mark a significant milestone. Now, although the idea, guys, of using ZKPs as zero knowledge proof for Bitcoin has been discussed for well over a decade, recent advancements have accelerated the interest, and despite recent progress, generating zero knowledge proof at scale remains computationally expensive and less battle-hardened than Bitcoin's current cryptographic techniques, and roll-ups, guys, which use off-chain sequencing to scale applications, still rely on central operators and face security issuance, and Bitcoin's virtual machine has further spurred ZK knowledge proof research, but challenges like liquidity and security concerns still persist. Now look, as all this thing being said, at least we are taking one step by step, and Starkware's funding for research is a positive step, isn't it? But significant dividends from these technologies are not expected in the short term, warranting a cautious approach. Now look, guys, based on this news, by scaling Bitcoin, they will be able to process transactions from millions of users in a single second, in contrast to current 13 transactions per second. So let's see, guys, if scaling solution can be achieved in Bitcoin. Now look, guys, me personally, I'm definitely not liking this news, because when you talk about Bitcoin, guys, you already have Lightning Network, and there you can do so many millions of transactions as well. Can we use Bitcoin as an underlying technology to use it as a settlement layer? That'll be an ideal use case of Bitcoin blockchain, isn't it? But let's see, guys, how this topic develops. Now, guys, let's discuss some drama in the world of Arbitrum. And the Arbitrum ecosystem, guys, is deliberating on a proposed $237 million program, and it is aimed at supporting gaming. However, guys, the initiative is facing significant opposition and demands for a repeal of revote. Now, critics are concerned about the substantial budget allocation, potential market repercussions, unclear legal structures, and high operational costs as well. Additionally, guys, some voters have shifted their stance due to the increased share market funds and a perceived lack of transparency. And while the proposal, guys, has the backing of certain organization, there are growing calls for a revote and repeal. Now, 23.7% of the total votes that participated in the on-chain votes were against the proposal to use 225 million ARB tokens from Arbitrum's DAO treasury, which included Bitcoin OG Eric Wall, GFX Labs, Michigan Blockchain, and even Camelot. Now, the link to this, guys, is in the show notes below, and let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding this. Now, guys, let's discuss the positive news in the world of Binance. Now, look, guys, 2022, 2023, and 2024 has definitely not been the best year for Binance, hasn't it? But looks like there is some positive news in the world of Binance, and they did actually mention via Twitter that they have surpassed 200 million user mark, and Binance, guys, has solidified its status as the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. Now, with this milestone, guys, no other cryptocurrency exchange in the world is even remotely close to challenging its dominance. Now, the second one is Bybit, guys, but check this out, it has only 27 million users, so 27 million users with Bybit, and the 200 million user mark by Binance. This is an absolutely massive difference, isn't it? But definitely positive news in the world of Binance. So these were some macro level newscasts on the cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East, and both the newscasts are definitely positive news. And Crystal, guys, which is a leading blockchain analytical firm, they want to expand their operations in Dubai, and they are bringing deeper support and market compliance capabilities for virtual asset entities in the region. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this news. Of course, Crystal, guys, empowers financial institutions, law enforcement, and regulators with real-time blockchain analysis, investigative work, and also compliance solutions. Now, Crystal, guys, was founded in 2018, and they help financial institutions comply with global AML regulations efficiently, and investigators and government agencies do use Crystal's technology for crypto investigation. And Crystal services are available as a free blockchain explorer service, as a solution or API as well. Now, so far as this news is concerned, guys, they have opened a new office in Dubai World Trade Center, and the new office highlights Crystal's commitment to crypto industry in Dubai and the Middle East. And Crystal, guys, aims to support over 1,400 virtual asset service providers in the region, and the company will leverage the new space to expand operations and offer high-touch services. And Crystal currently collaborates with notable Dubai-based virtual asset firms. And Naveen Gupta, guys, he is the CEO of Crystal, and he will be based in New Dubai office. Now, Naveen Gupta, guys, is probably the most important person in the cryptocurrency space. He used to be the managing director of Ripple, going back to a couple of years, and I do remember speaking to him in 2017 at the very first blockchain summit as well. And Naveen Gupta, guys, envisions the UAE as a future crypto capital of the world due to its progressive regulations. And Crystal, guys, aims to empower licensed firms to ensure safety for themselves and their customers, and proximity to customers will enhance Crystal's research and development and the development of region-specific products. And Crystal, guys, works with government regulators, crypto institutions, and law enforcement in various regions, including Europe, APAC, Middle East, and the US as well. And Crystal, guys, plans to collaborate closely with licensed entities in the UAE under borrow regulations, and they aim to enhance market compliance infrastructure in the UAE. Now, look, guys, the goal of Crystal is to promote a secure and regulated digital asset market space, and regulations remain a central theme in the evolving digital asset space, isn't it? Now, look, guys, this news might definitely sound great, but if you're a true cypherpunk, and if you're a Bitcoin maximalist or crypto enthusiast, you should definitely not be liking these firms, because these are firms that are giving government agencies more information regarding cryptocurrency, isn't it? Me personally, guys, I definitely do think this news is positive, but from a purist point of view, you should definitely not be liking this news. Now, so far as this news is concerned, guys, the focus area includes anti-money laundering, counter-terrorist financing, and financial market stability. And there is a global shift towards enhancing regulatory frameworks, isn't it? And Crystal's initiative, guys, aligns with international standards with regional oversight capabilities, and this move sets a precedent for future regulated developments in the virtual asset space. Now, look, so far as Crystal is concerned, they're kind of doing something similar to what Chainalysis is doing, isn't it? So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding this. Now, what I will be doing, guys, is I'll definitely be dropping the team an email, and let's see, guys, if I can get them on my podcast, because I'll definitely like to have more information from them. Now, guys, let's discuss some positive news, and this is all the way from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and this news, guys, is a positive news as well. and Vasky and the Hashgraph Association, they have joined forces to bring secure IoT and deepen solutions to Saudi Arabia. Now look, so far as Vasky is concerned, they are a global leader in cybersecurity, digital identity and IoT solutions, and the company operates as a Swiss-based holding company with several operation subsidiaries, and the subsidiary includes SealSQ Corp, Vasky Saudi Arabia, Wisat AG and Wise.ard Corp, and Vasky guys have secured digital identity ecosystem using blockchain, artificial intelligence and IoT technologies, and guys with over 1.6 billion microchips deployed, Vasky secures the Internet of Everything, and Vasky's technology guys generate valuable big data for predictive equipment failure prevention as well, and the company is trusted by OIST, that is Vasky's cryptographic root of trust for secure online transactions. Now regarding this news guys, this is definitely positive news in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, because SealSQ Corp, Vasky and the Hashgraph Association, they have announced partnership to bring secure IoT and deepen solution to Saudi Arabia, and this partnership guys aligns with Saudi Vision 2030, which aims to enhance digital infrastructure and economic competitiveness, isn't it? And SealSQ focuses on semiconductors, peak AI and post-quantum technology hardware and software products. Now Vasky guys is a global leader in cybersecurity, digital identity and IoT systems, and so far as Hashgraph Association is concerned guys, they are a Swiss-based association leading in digital innovation and distributed ledger solutions through the Hedera network, isn't it? And the Hashgraph Association guys recently launched a $250 million deep tech studio with Saudi Arabia Ministry of Investment. So look, us Hedera Hashgraph are definitely making quite a lot of news in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, isn't it? And this collaboration guys aims to develop technological solutions including blockchain and artificial intelligence for Saudi businesses. And Vasky guys has been present in Saudi Arabia since 2020 through his joint venture with Vasky Arabia, and Kamal Yousefi, the president of Hashgraph Association, definitely supports the growth of deepened solutions for secure digital infrastructure, and Carlos Moreira, the CEO of SealSQ, emphasizes offering a full 360-degree solution for cybersecurity, blockchain and IoT infrastructure, and Saudi Arabia's IoT and M2M communication market guys was estimated to reach $16 billion in 2019, and it has definitely seen a rapid development since then. And Deepin guys integrates decentralized technologies like blockchain and IoT for secure and efficient infrastructure network, and SealSQ guys have previously established an initiative to establish an open semiconductors assembly and test that is also called as OSAT Center in Saudi Arabia, and the OSAT Center guys will offer testing and assembly services for various semiconductor packages. And SealSQ guys, they plan to develop semiconductor personalization centers through public-private partnership, and SealSQ guys is in active discussion to launch major projects across Europe, Middle East and the Far East. And the OSAT Center guys, that is the Open Semiconductor Assembly and Test, will employ RSCV technology for chip design and focus on local manufacturing. And SealSQ guys, they aim to meet high standards for security and certification from authoritative bodies like Common Criteria and NIST. So definitely positive news. Now look, guys, the Middle East is definitely taking leaps and bounds, particularly in the field of blockchain and artificial intelligence, isn't it? And with BRICS developing, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if the Middle East does turn out to be the next superpower. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding this. So that's about all, guys, from cryptocurrency, blockchain and artificial intelligence world, from Crypto and Coffee Date from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes, guys, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Ramesh who asks, do you think the FOMC meeting announcement will actually reduce the interest rate hike or keep it the same? Now this is such a brilliant question, Ramesh, because right now there is so much of political chaos going on, particularly in US, isn't it? Now so far as the Fed's decision is concerned, thankfully it is not connected to US politics, but to answer your question, what I think is at least this particular year, Federal Chair Jerome Powell may not be reducing the interest rate hike, because look, I very specifically remember in January, February and March, the CPI numbers did actually increase, and Jerome Powell did actually state because 3 months in a row the CPI numbers of Biden inflation was on an increase, he does not want to go ahead and make a hasty decision to go ahead and increase the interest rate hike, because that will be absolutely devastating for the finance world, and that would directly and indirectly impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, isn't it? So what he decided to do was keep the interest rate the same, and what happened in the following month is that the inflation did actually go down, and fake news, and Biden is actually thinking it as an achievement, but that is definitely not true. And Jerome Powell did actually state that he does not want to go ahead and make a hasty decision to go ahead and reduce the interest rate hike, because look, if the interest rate hike is reduced, it is definitely great for the finance world, and the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency will definitely react positively. But so far as the US politics is concerned, I'm pretty much sure the US politicians, particularly from the Biden regime, will be celebrating this, and that would be election interference, isn't it? Because so far as inflation is concerned, it is still extremely high. So what I'd really recommend you to do is, information even for our listeners, firstly look at the inflation numbers, and I did actually mention this in the past as well. I did do a survey via LinkedIn. I asked people, where is it that you look at information regarding inflation, and over 99% of them gave me the wrong answer. So the website that you need to look at so far as inflation is concerned is the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and the website is www.bls.gov, and that gives you all information regarding inflation. Now what Federal Chair Jerome Powell does is he looks at those numbers via CPI. He looks at those numbers, that is the CPI numbers. Then he also has to look at the broader economy, how it is doing, and they tend to have quite a lot of meetings, and based on my understanding, I wouldn't be surprised if he does keep the interest rate the same. He does not go ahead and reduce it, neither does he go ahead and increase it. Now look, Ramesh, if he does go ahead and reduce the interest rate hike, the prices of Bitcoin, Ethereum and the global cryptocurrency market will definitely pump up. But let's say for some wild circumstance, if he does go ahead and increase it, that'd be absolutely devastating for Biden regime, and the entire finance and the cryptocurrency world will definitely not be benefited by it. So what I think is this: Federal Chair Jerome Powell will just keep the interest rate hike the same, and based on the reports I'm reading, I don't see him reducing the interest rate hike, at least for this particular year. Those are my honest thoughts. Now what I'd really recommend you to do is, information even for our listeners, Federal Chair Jerome Powell tends to go live via YouTube. Make sure you follow what he says, and then there's quite a lot of question and answer session as well, and that gives an indication what he might do if, let's say, the CPI numbers are good, bad or the same. So definitely a really interesting question. And that's overall, guys. From the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestion, mention them in the comments below. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. And guys, please feel free to go ahead and check out my website. It is loaded with useful information in the world of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, blockchain, artificial intelligence, metaverse and central bank digital currency as well. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursday we have Crypto with Coffee podcast, where we cover top news and information in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and metaverse, and we tend to look at the price of this information. We look at macro level news. Occasionally we look at teeny tiny short news as well, and then we look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye bye.